Todd Ault. We are on a different set today. We're in Orange County, California. It's March 19th, the 34th episode. Guess what happened today?
What happened?
I got a little prick.
That's not what she said. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for that. But.
Yeah, you might get in trouble for that one. I went to get a Moderna vaccine. I got it. By the way, for everyone out there who has not got a vaccine, it's very quick. It doesn't hurt. A little cold afterwards. My arm's a little sore, but I feel good.
Phase 1 complete.
Yeah, phase 1 complete. One more to go, April 16th. I did think that COVID-19 would kill me, and I felt like it was hunting me down for a long time because of course, Josh knows this, I'm overweight. And those of you who don't know and the screen doesn't make sense, it probably makes me look bigger on TV, but I'm bigger than you think, and so I thought COVID would get me. I kind of had those comorbidities.
Yeah.
So it was like a victory run. Today I ran across the finish line, and I broke the tape because when I got the vaccine, and Bridget gave me the vaccine too, so she was cute.
She was cute?
Yeah, she was nice, very nice, professional. She kind of grabbed my arm like this and then
Pinched
went
it.
like that, and then I didn't even feel the thing.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So that's it, though.
I'm vaccinated.
30 days later, we got to come back here and get round 2, right?
Hey, welcome to all of our radio listeners. It's Sunday for you, but it's Friday here. Yes, we do shoot the show on Friday and play it at 1 p.m. on KEIB, 11:50 a.m. Los Angeles, Orange County, and we welcome you. Thank you for listening, and we love the radio program. I listen to it on iHeartRadio, and I can listen to the Patriot Network anytime I want on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, for those around the world, including the troops abroad, please try to find us, tune in. We really appreciate the support, and we support you.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I feel good about this.
For sure.
Right. Jason's in the house. Your first time to California.
Yeah, I actually, true story. So I'm in Vegas. I'm Googling gun laws in California. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't take my firearm to California because I'm not a California resident and I do not have the concealed permit from California. So I had to leave the firearm back in Nevada with the rest of the gunslingers that open carry there. So here I am.
This is your first time in California, and you're unarmed.
Yes.
Right.
So
probably not the state to be unarmed anymore.
I heard it's pretty high crime here.
It's not the greatest.
Well, we're
it's not terrible. No, that's not true. That's not true.
It depends where you are.
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
Anywhere.
Just like anywhere, yeah.
So
hey, the Dow's down 1,100. What is wrong with me, man? The Dow's down 177. The Nasdaq's up 116.
So we've got about 5 minutes before the closing bell.
Yeah. What a day today.
Yeah. Today was Quadruple Witching Day.
Quadruple Witching.
Yeah. So we talked about that.
So why don't we tell the home gamers what Quadruple Witching means? And for those of you on the radio, this is important to understand. All the options, indexes expire at the same day on the Quadruple Witching. Why don't you walk them through it real quick?
The actual stocks, too, like the individual stocks expire. And also the indexes expire. So they're all unraveling on the same day. It only happens this way, I think, 3 times per year where all 4 actually come to an expiration. I was expecting to see more volatility because of that. But today it was just kind of blah again. I mean, the Dow was down a little bit. The Nasdaq's up a little bit.
No, I think you thought that we were going to get hit hard. You kind of did, right?
Yeah, I thought we were.
I'll tell you a true story. So I don't know why. Why do I have to preface it being true, implying that I lie the other times? So I went into we went into the evening long 15,000 Qs.
Right.
The Qs actually traded up, so I sold 2,000 of them off. And then at the 1 a.m. session, they were higher, so I sold them on IB at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I bought them back and then flattened out my position on E-Trade. So we actually made money today in the Qs, believe it or not, even though we were sweating them.
Yeah,
we made money in the Qs, and we were able to. And so in the pre-market, it was up almost to 314.
Yeah, I saw the pre-market, but I just went.
I find it interesting because I have some people at the company that would prefer that we didn't have so many accounts, but with IB and E-Trade and the other accounts we have, they opening at different times, you can kind of hedge out the positions. I kind of think that's a smart thing we're doing now.
They do all have their strengths. I do wish, though, that E-Trade had the full hours of trading. But
it would be great if E-Trade, for any of you out there listening at Morgan Stanley who run E-Trade, a 1 a.m. open on Pacific Coast would be better. We'd probably give you more than we already have.
For sure we would.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of traders would, so just keep that in mind.
Although I like the index of watching. I like to watch the IB screen. Mm-hmm. They all have something I like about them.
Right.
TD Ameritrade probably has the best quote system.
They have the best charting, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Weeble's wonderful, but it's on the phone and it's small.
Yeah,
And
you can turn it sideways. It's not bad.
you?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Can you use
Let's
Weeble on an iPad?
I believe so.
Yeah, I
So,
would probably do that.
like for example, if we look at
Hey Jeff, I know you're watching, buddy. What a day today in Hall of Fame, huh,
actually,
buddy?
I'm looking at HOFV right now on Weeble.
Where's it closing?
It's actually at 406 right now. So they took profits.
Jeff, did you take half?
Yeah.
No, Jeff was texting me. Jeff was a guy who was in another deal that I was in. He was in it before me, and the company ended up getting bought out. And he told me he went long Hall of Fame like we did. And we're feeling like we're having a Hall of Fame day.
Pretty good.
I woke up to a Hall of Fame day because we were up big in Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and POWW with a big rebound. We're going to get into that
Oh,
too.
yeah. HOFV, right?
Yeah, HOFV.
Hall of Fame.
Do you want to
victory.
Do you want to pull it up on the chart?
Oh, my God.
I know the
It was a
radio-
rocking day today.
The radio listeners can't see it.
You
but
guys can't see this Hall of Fame thing, but if you know NFTs, right? NFTs, this whole thing about non-fungible token, it makes sense that the Hall of Fame would be able to basically make a lot of money off of all that great literature they have.
all the memorabilia.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And someone got on the bandwagon today. They didn't get on the bandwagon yesterday. In fact, we bought it the day before live on the air.
Yes.
And I think Josh is probably excited about that, but you were mortified.
Well, I didn't
buying
like
a ton
this.
of it.
No, I liked the position, but I didn't like the size.
Yeah, we bought 100 and 20,000 shares.
I was good with 50.
100,000 at 305. That's 300,000.
Yeah.
20,000, 60. We're only long 360,000.
That's all.
I say only 360 like it doesn't matter, but that's not true. I value every dollar, but on a percentage basis,
True, but 360 is the average cost of a home in the United States.
is it?
Yeah, just
so
to give you an idea.
Does that mean I shouldn't buy stocks?
No, that's not
I
true.
didn't think so.
Yeah.
So we were long 300. Okay, 120,000
we
shares.
just closed. Jeff, we closed at $4. We're up 408. So the market is closed.
Jeff, look at this is a show for entertainment purposes, and we don't give advice. We just tell you what we're doing. This is for entertainment. You got to consult your financial professional. We are not licensed financial professionals, and nobody wants our advice. I assure you. Even though I've been in Wall Street for 32 years.
Yeah.
Does anyone really want my advice?
Not particularly.
Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
Mine
Maybe.
either.
Well, nobody wants your advice. My
nobody-
advice, maybe.
Yeah, yours is a maybe.
Yeah.
Mine, I come out with these crazy tickers. Nobody's even heard of them.
But Jeff asked me for my advice, and my advice was, hey, Jeff, if you got a double, it's like not a double, but if you got like that big of a winner, do you take off like your principal? Do you take off half? Good money management rules. Plus, it was kind of a little bit of a gamble. We're gambling right now, right? We're betting that but these NFT stocks have been trading like crazy.
They're a definite gamble, but they're hot.
Right.
They're very hot.
They're hot for sure. So let's cover the Dow real quick, and then we'll go straight to them. Hey, we're live and answering your questions. If you ask us questions on YouTube, we'll get to them today. We're going to spend about 10 minutes taking viewer questions today.
For sure.
This guy says, Robbie says, check out TBLT guys. They are entering into the construction phone business. What's that mean?
TBLT. Oh, Tough Build
Will you write
Industries.
that down, Ro?
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Wait, I know those guys.
Yeah.
They went public in a really strange way.
Yeah.
And I think Maxim did the deal, and they had like warrants and all kinds of stuff, TBLT. But we will look at TBLT because we love our audience.
Yeah.
And if you ask us a question, now you may hear dogs in the background. Today I got a COVID shot, so I needed my therapy dog with me at all times. So I brought my therapy dog with me, so if it barks, my therapy dogs are here. Don't pay attention to them. They're here for me.
You see that?
Come on, Jason.
Banks. That was funny.
good. That was good, right?
Banks kind of sold off today, but yeah, Tough Built Industries. They've done some reverses.
Do you want me to cover the Dow, or are you going to do it?
You can cover it.
Okay,
for
the
once.
Dow closed down 224.28, and the Nasdaq closed up 99. Nice.
Yeah.
S&P down 2.65 points. Really, nothing really.
Yeah.
So the Dow was down.
Did you want to cover crypto? I got
It was
it
kind
right
of a
here.
flat day. You cover crypto.
Okay. The latest data here on the Webull Exchange.
It says Dow closes more than 200 points lower as banks sell off, breaks 2 weeks winning streak. Hey, I told you that.
Yeah,
JP Morgan,
yep,
right?
yep.
Right. They got a little ahead of themselves.
Yep, for sure.
I feel smart for like a day and a half.
You had
as soon as you think you got it, Wall Street teaches you a lesson. You don't know what you're doing. Anyway, sorry about that.
Bitcoin knows what it's doing. 58,950 and Ethereum 1831. So pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll make another run at 60 this weekend again.
All I know is that POWW, one of our largest holdings for full disclosure, 740,000 shares long at 565. Ammo is in demand, and we're long it. We're not telling you to get long, but we own POWW, which is ammunitions.
Ammunition.
Ammunition.
Ammo munitions.
Ammunition.
Yeah. That.
Okay, whatever. We own that. What else closed today? Hey, how's Plug Power Up?
I got that
How
on
is
the
PLUG
screen.
up?
That's a sore spot.
Like they're not reporting. The 10K is bad.
Yeah.
They got accounting problems, and it's up.
It's crazy.
Makes no sense to me.
It's a sore spot like your arm.
I'm not happy with that. We lost 14 grand on that short today.
Yeah, did we cover it all?
No, we're still short.
Okay.
I am short Plug.
Plug Power. They pulled the plug on them.
Pull the plug on Plug Power. Hey, your CLSK, that rocked.
Not too bad.
That's your clean Sparky?
Sparky. That's what we'll call it from now on.
What'd you say? Let's go over crypto again. Did you cover crypto?
Yeah, 58.87. Actually, let me give you the latest.
I feel like it's a little chaotic here. We're not covering crypto.
Well, yeah, we're on a remote set here, but here, we've got the data. 1833 Ethereum, 58,920 for Bitcoin.
That's exciting.
So that's very strong.
All right, so let's cover the stocks you want to cover. Let's get right to it. Oh, there it is. If you could pull it up there, Nikki.
Oh, no.
Let's go, buddy. The disaster's in charge here.
There we go, baby.
Here's the day.
All right.
Now, see, this is interesting. Here's the opening.
With the radio listeners.
And it actually went, for the radio listeners, the stock actually opened at 282.
Yeah.
And it actually gravitated down. It was down to 278. And I went back to sleep, I was been traveling. So as everyone knows, I'm married to a tall, beautiful blonde. Mm-hmm. I don't know what she's doing with me, but I'm married to this tall, beautiful blonde for 18 years. And I was home last night, so I'm cuddling up, I'm not going to leave. So I wake up all the time, 5:30 in the morning, check the market. It's down. I'm like, okay, screw it, right? We're radio listeners. Darn it, shucks.
Yeah, screw it's fine.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
My director's telling me that's an okay word.
Yeah.
So I go back to sleep. I wake up, it's almost 3:40. It's 3:40. I'm like, oh, it's up, Jason. And I texted you because Jason's staying over to, with him and his wife. And so I decide I'm going to sell some. And this thing rallies the whole day.
Yeah,
It
big.
pulls back a little bit, but hits the 4. I sold really most of it between 350 and 4. And remember, we bought it 2 days ago. This is this NFT play, Hall of Fame Resorts and Entertainment. And so it just felt good. And we were up about $90,000 at one point. And I was thinking to myself, I just want to book that game.
For sure.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to book the game, Jason. I didn't really consult you much. Because, by the way, anytime there's a game, you say book it. Book it.
Book that.
Exactly. But, Jason, I want you to go through. Nick, is the chart still up? Okay, let's pull the chart back up. I want you to go through why you said to me, even though you didn't like the size I put on.
Yeah, right.
You analysis, and this is don't forget, for you home gamers, Jason is a professional poker player, and I've seen him play poker, and trust me, the guy's a stud. Okay, so you're so fast at your analysis. You did the analysis really quickly on where it was, where the deal was. Walk them through it because it did a deal at 245.
Yeah, you kind of reminded us of the KMPH where we had to make a quick decision.
Right.
Now this wasn't halted like KMPH, but we had we did a little quick research. We realized they raised money at 245.
Right.
At the time, it was about 295 around there.
Right, and we entered full position 305.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah,
We averaged in a little bit.
Right.
We paid up too much to 315.
Yeah.
When it pulled down to 290, we bought some more. 305 was our position.
Yeah.
About 120,000 shares.
So we were thinking, and Todd brought up a good point. He looked at the risk reward of it, and we thought that it had like a 2-point upside, $2 per share upside, which would be 5. And we thought the downside would be around 250 or 245, which is where they raised capital at. And we thought that they would find a way to integrate this NFT stuff with future PRs. That was just speculation, obviously, but the NFT market was super hot. There was another runner, TKAO, that had ran, and this was kind of a sympathy play to it. And in the market, sometimes if you miss the first play in a sector, you get FOMO, fear of missing out, and then you want to chase that thing at the top, and then you end up bag holding, which you'll be holding the stock for infinite amount of time trying to get out of it. So you look for a sympathy play. And this happened to be a sympathy play, and it started getting volume, and we just made a decision to enter that. And when you enter into these positions with a large sizing, sometimes the stock will run up on you a little bit because you're buying at the ask.
If you go to the 1 day, the chart again, Nick, you look at the 1 month, it was not difficult for Jason to look and say, okay, 250 is kind of the number. They priced at 245. So we kind of knew our downside.
Yeah,
right?
We had like 50-cent downside and like $2 upside. Which if you do the math, you've got like basically a 5 to 1, 4 to 1 actually. So you got 50 cents and $2. So it's 4 to 1 risk reward.
For full disclosure, since the stock was up big today, at the close, around the close, last hour or so, about 420, we exited the rest of the position.
The rest, and now after hours, it's
393 actually.
Yeah, it's tickling down.
We're out of this position for full disclosure, and that's why we tell you. You know, you never know where this thing's going to go, right?
I think the more important lesson on this is when you're looking at sectors that are hot, like biotech, gold and silver mining, crypto mining, don't just settle for the fear of missing out and chasing one specific ticker because it's lighting up the board. Be patient, in my opinion. Take a look at the other stocks around you, and just make sure when you deploy the capital, ask yourself, questions. Is this, why am I making this play? What are the fundamentals? Do they have news? Like, how are their last earnings? Did they just raise capital? Like, all of these things come into play, and you're processing all this information in a really small amount of time. And that's why I think we work together as a team, because I'll find these tickers, and then Todd's really good at getting into these spots with sizing and making decisions for large amounts of money.
Hey, if you're new to the show, this is a show about risk. It's Risk On. I'm the executive chairman of Ault Global on the New York Stock Exchange American, and Jason Bartholomew, who's my partner in crime here. I'm not supposed to say that. Sounds bad. Whatever. My partner on the show. It actually helps us trade and identify. He's an analyst with us. He's a professional poker player, and he is a former professional baseball player. I guess I get to say that right. I can't say anything else about that, right? Because every time I say you're major leagues, like I was in the minor leagues. And he's also a trader, and he's probably the fastest mind I've ever seen. We talk about poker, Bitcoin stocks, political stuff. Jason's a little right winger.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
That's not an insult.
No,
right?
No, I'm
a little right winger,
constitutionalist, libertarian, leaning right. Sure.
I'm kind of libertarian in the middle.
Yeah.
Although today I did a non-libertarian thing.
What, you got vaccinated?
I got vaccinated.
Yeah, but you got.
I can feel the chip running inside my body right now, and Bill Gates is getting the information as we speak.
Bill Gates thanks you for your service.
Yeah, and he told me in my brain, he told me lose weight.
You think he's sending messages?
I do. I think he is.
To your metabolism right now?
Yeah, I need you to lose weight, Todd.
You just speed.
Yeah.
So when we get you situated in your new spot, you're going to start doing more activities.
Hey, so we're going to move on from Hall of Fame. That was to me, we had a Hall of Fame day. I was very excited about this trade because you did the risk analysis and I put the position on. It was great. It was a great trade, and I must give us credit for that. Hey, Jeff, who's on the chat right now, my man, you were long Hall of Fame. The question, Jeff, is how much did you sell today? I'd love to hear from you. Hey, and Jeff, by the way, Josh, our producer, thought it would be fun to have you zoom in one day and we could talk on an interview because I know you're a big investor. Robbie's talking about, check out ISWH as well, cheap Bitcoin stock. ISWH, do you know that name?
I do not.
Let's write that down. Come on, home gamer.
I'm pulling it up. It's OTC.
We got, it's OTC?
Yeah, I just don't really mess with OTC.
Robbie.
Ravi, man.
Is it Robbie or Robbie? Robbie?
It's Ravi.
Robbie.
Oh, it could be either way.
Chiron. Well, I don't know how to say that. Well, I'm the terrible speller. Hey, love the show. Thanks. Great for the comments. How do you pronounce that name right there?
Jay.
Hey, for those of you who are on the radio, KEIB 1150. Wow, 1150. We're on the radio. Isn't that great?
Jaywalk.
1 p.m. Hey, we're reading the YouTube. You can check out our YouTube channel at Risk On or Todd Ault, TODDAULT. We're on every day, Monday through Friday, except when the market's closed.
Right.
We start the show about 1:05 Pacific time, except on Fridays. We start early because our director is a little cranky and he wants things done early because he's got to get it ready for the radio show on Sunday. So he cranks and cranks and cranks about starting on Friday early.
So we didn't really have diamond hands with Hall of Fame Resort.
No, we didn't have diamond hands at all.
We had paper hands.
Speaking of diamond hands, though, let's go right
Boeing.
to the no. Let's go to ammo.
Let's go to ammo. Yeah.
Ammo new.
We got those are brass.
How do you
hands.
say that actually?
Ammo munitions?
Wait. Still holding HOV. You didn't see it, Jeff.
Come
You
on.
didn't sell any. Jeff, come on.
Jeff
didn't sell any shares.
For
come
those
on, Jeff.
for those on the radio.
He's smarter than me, probably.
Jeff is holding.
Yeah, Jeff is holding. That's okay.
Jeff has diamond hands.
Jeff has diamond hands for sure. So I don't get this because it's 617 in the aftermarket, but ammo closed at 631. But for those of you home gamers, that's POWW. For full disclosure, we're long 740,000 shares. We own this stock. Why is it down in the aftermarket?
Somebody sold 100 shares at 617.
Oh, yeah.
Into the bid. Wow.
We love this stock. Why do we love this stock?
Time out. Look at this, Todd.
What is it?
Okay. I wish I could show you this. At the bell, somebody bought at the bid 437,000 shares.
What are they betting on? They're betting on gunbroker.com. We're betting on
Wow.
gunbroker.com. Roland, if you're out there, get us gunbroker.com. We want this deal done.
Wow, there's two.
Roland says
huge
it's gonna be done.
Two huge buys at the bell.
Yeah, I wish I was the buyer. So we're long this stock. We bought it after they did a $100 million deal with Roth Capital and Alexander at 5.
Right.
Now, we got bad information because we thought it was going to be 550.
Yeah.
I would have bought more in the hole when it was 540. That was a really messed up thing. But still, we're still in this right at 565.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
Because you know about all this stuff.
I want to hear. I know about all this stuff?
About financing and making deals.
I don't know
this.
anything.
Do you think there was a chance that there were some of these institutions that were kind of put off because it was an ammunition company that maybe?
No, I think purely what it was is that they had a big run up that day.
Yep.
And they wanted to price it in the hole.
Got you.
And so they weren't willing to price it at that risk at 550. They wanted to do it. They wanted the extra 10%. Hey, and it paid off for them, right? Because they've made $1, so they're up 20%.
Oh, yeah.
There was no warrant coverage.
Yeah, right. No doubt about
These
it.
guys got $100 million in the bank.
Yep. $200 million backlog.
They got $200 million backlog. So they got the wind at their back.
Yeah.
And they got the bullets in their pocket.
They've got magazines, clips full of ammo.
Right.
And they're just ready.
Hey, all my channel checks, shout out to Jared in Idaho. He's saying he can't get ammo. I know Brett, our producer, says he can't get ammo. Although, Brett, since you're with us all the time, sorry, he's the director. Whoops. Brett, the director, when's he have time to shoot a gun?
Maybe we should take him to the range.
He's here all the time.
We need to go to the range.
Yeah, we need to go to the range for sure.
We got to get some range.
We should
ammo.
have like a range day.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, actually, don't have anyone show up with me because someone might want to shoot me.
No,
I get blamed for everything.
No, that's not true.
As the chairman of the company, like if anything happens over in Israel, I get blamed, even though I've been there twice.
Apparently, the Weeble CEO is on CNBC right now.
Is he?
Yeah, I've never heard from him.
What's he saying? Is he Chinese? Because that's owned by a Chinese company.
There's investors from China, yeah.
Hey, Nick, are we on the screen on ammo? Can we go back to ammo? So we're on the screen. This stock, look at this. This is another example.
Yep.
It opened down today, and I think your initial reaction, you were very negative. So you thought we were going to be down, right?
I didn't know if
And
ammo...
initially you were right. No, all the NASDAQ, the stuff was down,
yeah.
right? And then you see it, look, it kind of pierced down here. And it was 575, and I was like not feeling good. Remember when I told you I woke up and I looked at the markers down? I'm like, okay, back to sleep with Christy, right?
Exactly.
All right, why wouldn't I want to be there,
It's
right?
a wise choice.
So I'm like going back to sleep with Christy, and then I wake up and it's 6:10.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. I slept for a while. Because knowing I was going to get the vaccine, I wondered if I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you never know, right?
Talk
You
about
get a shot, a reaction.
Talk about negativity.
No, I was going to get a shot of Moderna.
Yeah.
I mean, Moderna like made it up in very quick timing. Hey, speaking of Moderna, I want to know, as those of you out there know, I'm involved in an Alzheimer's company. I founded Alzheimer Neuro. If you can make a vaccine for this that quickly, where the hell's the vaccine for Alzheimer's? I'd like to hear, why don't we get ourselves behind a vaccine for Alzheimer's? I don't get how people have been dying for 106 years since it's been discovered. Or maybe it's 103. I'll give you the 3. I'll give you 100 years. There's been no treatment or cure for Alzheimer's in 100 years, yet here comes COVID, and we get a vaccine in like under a year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, where are our priorities? I know my father is dying from Alzheimer's. He's like wanting to take swipes at my mom. I'm over there the other day. He's an angry guy now. He's angry. Now, we're working on something, but he's an angry guy, and we're able to vaccine a bunch of people that quickly. Let's get behind this and figure out how we can solve Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
but,
that's sad.
Oh, wow, that was a soapbox moment, man.
Yeah.
Well, sorry about that. Hey, for those of you on the, what, Josh, what?
COVID's still a priority.
COVID is a high priority. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
for
about
sure
that.
it
You're
is.
right. You're right.
Absolutely.
I apologize for my behavior. Okay. That's a
So-
little law on the show. What do we got next? Let's go to Clean Spark.
Sparky.
All right, we're at Clean Spark. For those of you on the radio, Clean Spark opened up at 2360, rallied to 2408, then fell back down to 2327, and then rallied the rest of the day with the NASDAQ up $1.20 on the day. If you're looking at the chart, it's up and then left to right down and then rallied throughout the day. It kind of held that till the end of the day, but at one point it was over 25.
I liked it when it hit over 25.
So for full disclosure, we're long 20,000 shares of Clean Spark.
Correct.
And we own the 22.5 calls. So we bought some in-the-money calls. We bought 50 of those.
Yep.
That's another 5,000. Oh, I'm sorry, actually.
What did you-
We bought 100 of those.
Really?
Yes. And then we wrote 50 of the 30 calls for
Good.
April.
For how much do we? This
We
was
got
pretty-
$2.40 for those.
Wow, okay.
So that's $32.40. That's a big premium for 1 month. The
Yeah, that
option
is.
prices are
Wow.
some big premiums in these options
that's
right now.
big.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, for those of you home gamers and on the radio, if you don't know how to trade options, don't ask me.
Anybody-
I've been doing it for 32 years and I still lose money doing it. Oh, I make money too. You got to be careful with options.
Yeah.
We're writing a covered call and then synthetically, let's go through this. Why did we buy 10,000 of the 22.5s when the stock was 25? Because you have 250 built into it. We paid $460 for the call.
Right.
So we are effectively risking $4.60 on 10,000 shares. So we spent $50,000, effectively $46,000 to be long $250,000 worth of stock, and 2 points are intrinsically in the money.
Right.
The rest is the time value. But that's because my man Jason here believes the stock's going to move. Why don't you talk
Those are
about
the
why
April,
you like the stock?
Was it April 16th?
Yeah, but why do you like the stock?
I like the stock because they just raised capital at 22 for $200 million. And they're going to deploy that capital, in my opinion, for further acquisitions. Every time they have done an offering, they've done two in the last, I think, year and a half, they've deployed that capital to grow the business. They recently bought a solar company that infuses...
A solar company.
Yes.
Not a silver company.
Solar.
Right, because everything with you is silver and gold.
No, this one's solar.
Yeah.
So they actually bought the solar company that infuses well and meshes well with their microgrid business. They actually use their microgrid business in the crypto space to mine Bitcoin.
You claim that they are the cheapest miner in terms of power. Is that true?
Their goal is to be the least, the cheapest cost miner in the world. And right now they've broadcasted to the folks that they're at 0.028 cents kilowatt hours.
Wow.
That's pretty cheap.
So we're long Clean Spark for full disclosure. Nick, can we bring up the screen one more time? Let's look at it year to date. It's down $2.60, $2.26 year to date.
But look at the 5 day.
Look at the 5 day. It is
Yeah.
So what? That's that pricing.
Correct.
So we're trying to get everyone to see our logic here. Okay. So the logic here, the stock was
do we not
near
have the chat back
29.
up? I'm sorry.
The stock that was near $29, and they did a pricing at 22 for $200 million.
Yeah.
And now the stock's 24. We bought it for 23 and some change. So our bet is that everyone's kind of in that price at 22. They got money to deploy, which means they got a lot of new announcements coming. So when you think it's going to 30?
Yeah. Can I tell you something else?
Please.
They don't have any debt.
They're debt free.
Yes.
Yeah, I know companies that are debt free and still trading down. Yeah,
I know.
I wouldn't
do
pay
too.
attention to that.
Yeah.
Okay, Clean Spark, one of Jason's favorite picks, and that's your risk on trade, isn't it?
That is for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are not recommending it. This is what we're doing with the money. We're deploying that capital. You got to do your own homework, consult your financial professional.
Correct.
Don't take our advice. But, hey, for entertainment purposes, watch the show, comment, like. We love you.
Absolutely.
I love the fact that people got into the brackets. There's going to be some money winners. Not a lot of people in the brackets.
They got a great chance. It's kind of like a Hall of Fame, the risk and
Yeah,
reward.
the risk and reward's high there. Josh running that program.
Dude, it's really...
I'm pretty impressed, actually. Josh put that together like this.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, oh, shit, I got to get that done. Well,
So we got a good sweat. Like the playing games start... actually, the the tournament started today.
Yeah, and it's live, and people
Yeah.
are playing.
So-
I'm impressed.
Yeah, so that's,
No, I didn't get my bracket in, you know.
I got one bracket.
I'm with you, though.
All right, that's fine.
Did you play?
Yeah, not on that. I played in the ESPN. I guess you could win.
I guess you can't win because you're an employee of the company.
Yeah, that would be...
Yeah, those are people who are employed of the companies cannot win.
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, not good.
So, but yeah, I forgot about the games that are going on. I like Syracuse and Gonzaga.
Okay, got it.
So,
Is this Jason's... Jeff launched a question here. Is this really Jason's first time to California? I can tell you absolutely yes. Jeff,
It is.
No one believes you. Let's
it is
go.
my first... Listen, I'm an East Coast guy. I've never lived on Pacific Coast time. I lived on Central time when I was playing baseball a lot, traveling through the Midwest.
But you grew up in the Bronx, right?
I grew up in Brooklyn, and then college, and then Syracuse, and a college in Albany at the College of St. Rose. Shout out to Jimmy Fallon. We used to drink beers together at St. Rose. So, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
were you and Jimmy Fallon roommates?
No, but he would hang out with all the baseball players, and so he was like the only non-baseball player that would hang out. So he would.
Hey, he's got the Tonight Show. We have Risk on. You're kind of like Jimmy Fallon.
So Jimmy actually he left school to go audition in front of Lorne Michaels junior year. And
Where haven't you been, Todd? That's what he asked the question.
where haven't you been, Todd?
Is he asking me where I haven't been?
You.
Oh, I've been a lot of places. I don't know. Let's get to Boeing real quick.
Let's talk about it. They've been a lot of places.
Boeing, we're long Boeing. Let's pull that up, Nick. You home gamers. Those people first doing it, and the radio audience. Boeing is $255.82. We're long from 213. We put $1 million in this name. We're up nicely by $250,000.
That's a nice position.
But we're big fans. Why are we long Boeing, and why do we want to hold it? We're not trading it. We believe this is a risk-on trade for COVID opening, and the airline industry is too important. Boeing is too important, and that their earnings are going to rally back.
Yeah.
They did not take government money. We're impressed with Boeing. We're long Boeing from the 213 level.
What's the goal here? What's the target?
350.
350.
Yeah.
So we need $95 more.
We're almost there.
Okay.
Plug power.
Okay. Plug.
Now, we got plugged today in this thing. Yeah. Nick, let's pull up the screen. We are short the stock, full disclosure, from $36.
I don't understand how this stock went up today, but this, the market.
Let's look at the
Doesn't
5-day.
care about your
Jason,
feelings.
here's the 5-day.
Okay.
The 5-day is down $8.52. I think they're bouncing off the bottom here.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the bottom. The 200-day you said is at 25.
25.
And plug, you go through the rigmarole with plug.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, Plug
You okay
Power.
over here? Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, Plug Power recently had some issues. The SEC sent them a non-compliance issue. They had some accounting errors in the last 3 years.
Cockroach.
So yeah, for sure. So they have to work on that, restating that. They also had
5 days ago, the stock was 47.
yeah, but they delayed their 10K also. They came
Yeah.
out with a notice saying that that's going to be late.
And the NASDAQ said to him, okay, if you're going to be late, we're going to delist you if you don't fix it.
Right. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
and they missed earnings.
Something's
Yeah.
sniffy. I can smell something. The Rock smells something cooking. Do you know what he's got cooking?
They missed earnings also. So that's
Yeah,
like
I smell something.
that's triple witching.
Yeah, I think there's something up with Plug Power. We're short the stock for full disclosure. About 6,000 shares plus some options.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go to the next screen here. I can't even pronounce the name. Calderis Biosciences.
It's Caladrius.
Whatever. CLBS.
Caladrius Biosciences.
Charlie Lima Boy Sam.
We got long this. pretty
We
good
are
size
long
now.
this stock big. I think we own at around 205, 206.
Yeah.
We are long 150,000 shares.
Yes, we are.
Tell me, why don't you tell me, why are we long the stock?
Their pipeline of drugs is pretty nice.
You can't even pronounce the
I
drugs
can't
there.
pronounce them. I had to write these down actually.
Now they're
So-
debt free, right?
Yes. No, they just raise money. Yeah,
And
they're
they have a bunch
debt-free.
of cash.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of cash, like over 100 million cash. Market cap.
Your
is
risk reward
somewhere-
here, you believe is a winner.
Yeah, for sure. Like 300% upside is my target.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, just a reminder, this is a show about entertainment purposes. We're not recommending it. We're telling we are actually long. Do your own homework. Make sure you do the work on this stock.
So look, for all you March Madness gamers, looks like Oral Roberts is trying to bust all the brackets.
By the way, every Every bracket known to man will be broken today.
Ohio State
Is losing.
to Oral Roberts, the 2 versus the 15. We got 11 minutes to go here, but we'll be monitoring
Come
this.
on. Ohio State's down by 5.
They're
For
dancing.
full disclosure, I was born in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, right outside of Cleveland. Spent about 3 years there, moved to California.
So
and
they're
now
in
whatever.
Columbus. So you're a Buckeye fan or
No.
No, okay.
No.
So
I grew up a USC fan.
yeah.
And still am a USC fan, although I didn't like what they did with my buddy Chase McGrath, the kicker there, who is Mr. Automatic, one of the best kickers around ever. Went to Mater Dei, played with my son Chase. Chase McGrath is one of the greatest guys around, and I don't think they treated him well. He transferred to Tennessee.
Yeah, Volunteers.
Yeah, he already had graduated. He's a very smart kid, great family.
Yep.
And so USC, you're kind of on my. I can't say that word.
You can't
You're kind
say
of on
that.
my list. And I'm not a fan of the way you treated a couple people. But JT Daniels, who also played with my son, went to the Bulldogs, and he's whipping it up. So I'm, my son went to UCLA. He just graduated.
Matt Barkley, right?
Matt Barkley went to Mater Dei, and he plays for the Bills. Big fan of Matt. No, Matt, he's a great guy. Of course, I'm a Mater Dei guy. But I went to Edison High School, but my kids went to Mater Dei.
They had a nice run, the Bills did this year.
Yeah, I was excited about that. So we're a little off topic.
Yeah.
And by the way, we don't have a lot of time today. I don't know why that's the case.
20 minutes left?
Wow, we're blowing through time like crazy.
How did that even happen?
Hey, this is the 34th episode of Risk On. Check out the radio program, KEIB 1150 AM and AM, Orange County, Los Angeles, and we're on the iHeartRadio app, 1 p.m. globally on the Patriot Network.
I like that.
I just like the way that sounds.
So what else do you want to talk about the market? We want to talk more about any tickers in particular or what you see?
Do you have any more tickers?
I don't really have any more tickers. We were talking about the quadruple witching. That was something you talked about on actually that's Wall Street
That's
Words.
a Wall Street word.
Yeah.
Define quadruple witching. Wall Street Words. The show was yesterday. Did we define that yet? You want to look it back up?
Yeah.
Why don't you look it back up while I pull up one more stock?
Okay.
What's
I think we
today's
covered
date
it.
here. Friday.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I got you. Sorry about that. Hey, so as we go to the screen here, Nick, I want to bring up this last thing, trader talk. Rate fears are getting to blame for most of the recent weakness, but other factors are at play. This is that time of year, and I talked about this earlier. You can go off the screen now, Nick. This is the time of year where we kind of get blah, and Wall Street always wants to find a reason. And if you ever tracked the reporters, they will say something 2 days later that was the opposite 2 days earlier. And so you got to stick to your thesis. I always tell people, when you buy something, know why you own it. And we may not always get it right, but we know generally why we own something. We know when we're speculating. We know when we're investing. We know when we're trying to take over a company with a 13D or want to influence management. We know what our thesis is.
Yep.
And that way you don't get wishy-washied out of the market. If you pay attention to the media, they only have to pick something every day to have a reason for everything. Someday there can just be no reason.
But they can be wrong too, and there's no monetary consequence.
Nothing costs to them. They're not trading.
Right, exactly.
These guys on CNBC are forbidden from trading. They're not allowed to own anything.
Right. So
They got to be like in an ETF or something.
But that's the same thing with regular news, the regular media.
Right.
Like they can speculate all they want.
Exactly.
And then they can just backtrack.
So it's important when you identify the risk you want to take that you take it in a way where you know why you own it. And I complained for this for 30 years. I know people that will spend more time planning their vacation than they will understanding their investments. And if you ask yourself, do you plan more time taking your vacation than you do when you buy a stock? And if you don't, then you know the answer is you're just gambling. I'm sorry. Or you're going with the crowd, you're watching some show. You got to have conviction. A guy I know, another guy I know, Steve in New York, a big hotel owner, he gets conviction around what he does and he just sticks with it. And it pays off for him and he takes risk, but he understands why he's taking the risk. It's important to know why you're doing that. What's quadruple witching?
And we'll get back to what you were saying because I want to comment on that. So
Sure.
looks like it happens the third Friday of March, June, September, and December. Well, that's quadruple witching. That's the more rare version.
Sure.
So that's when numerous contracts, specifically stock index futures, stock index options, and the single stock futures, they all expire on the same day. That was today.
Got it.
So we didn't really see a lot of the sell-off. I thought we would see more red today. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I was pretty negative today.
Okay, I'm going to bring up something, and I really, really want the audience to hear this. Nick, I want to go live to the screen here. I am looking at a stock. For full disclosure, I bought only 3,000 shares. And I'm asking my audience, the audience Jason and I have, to comment or send suggestions into the YouTube channel. Do you know anything about Smart Sand?
I do not.
No, do you? I got a guy I trust that has a good eye for things telling me that Smart Sand has a big lawsuit that they think that they're going to be a winner on, has a higher book value, and this is an oil opportunity if you think oil is going to continue to be strong. Now, oil's been weak recently, and this stock was down 5 cents, but I'm looking at Smart Sand. For full disclosure, I own 3,000 shares, and I'm not telling you to buy it. But if you do a little of your own research, give me your feedback. I'd love it.
Yeah, I'm going to look into it myself.
Smart Sand.
SND.
Doesn't have a big market cap.
No.
But it's got a lot of reserve of oil sand. Now, this is not oil. You get oil from the sand.
Is it shale? What is
no,
it?
no. This is sand they use for fracking.
Okay, fracking. Okay.
Right. So it's probably under a little pressure. Let's look at the year to date, and you see, well, it's up 82 cents. So it's off the bottom. Then here's the 1 year, right? Here's the 5 year.
You know what I'm looking at?
And look at this thing. This thing was up in the 20s 5 years ago.
Here's what I'm looking at.
I mean, this is a the guy I know is a deep value guy, and this is a protracted sell-off over a 5-year period. So what's the catalyst for this to be a value? We're going to look into this. This is a real-time experiment. I want the audience to understand we are not recommending the stock. I'm looking into it now. I'm doing some deep research. I have 3,000 shares, and I'm asking you to do the research with me as the community. A little bit of an experiment. Give me your feedback, what you know about Smart Sand.
Awesome. Yeah,
Right?
I'm looking forward to
There's
that.
a little bit of experiment. Normally
for
we
sure.
buy stuff first,
Right.
get heavily long.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that.
That's
we're
kind of
looking
a
at this.
placeholder, though.
It's a placeholder for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Here's Jeff, and this is the guy who gave it to me, right? He's saying,
He's asking
are
me.
you open to talk about the approximate total value of the portfolio you guys are managing, including the percentage of cash? Jeff, I'll talk to the I'll talk to our legal counsel and see if we can do that. I don't know what we can say there. Hey, can you go back to that chat for me? Can you go back to that chat for me, producer Josh? Jennifer Abernathy, I like the set. Watching from D.C. Nice.
cool.
I love Washington, D.C. Does that mean that's the Washington football team?
It is now. Are they going to change that? Or are they just going to run with it?
Well, I like the Reds. Hey, maybe they'll rename themselves the Tomahawks.
What about the Washington Potato Heads?
Why do you call it potato heads?
It's a joke. Remember they took away the Mr. Potato Head?
Oh.
You know, everything is offensive these
You know
days.
what my wife said? Let's call this out real quick because we only got 15 minutes left. So apparently there was there's a song called WAP or Whoopee or Whoppy.
You know what it is.
No, I don't know what it's called.
It's
Don't say it.
It's WAP.
WAP. I'm not saying the words because this is a family show.
Yeah.
And apparently Cardi B and someone else were dancing to this.
Yeah, but Candice Owens.
I know, but here's my problem.
Go ahead, go ahead.
They can do that on national TV, she says.
Yes.
And yet Mr. Potato Head's offensive and so is Dr. Seuss.
Yes, that's crazy.
All my Chinese friends, by the way, don't think that Dr. Seuss is offensive. I know that they had some pictures and their eyes look a little, they did some pictures that Dr. Seuss did many years ago.
Yeah, but white liberals do. That's all that
White
matters.
liberals care about it.
Yeah, they care.
Right?
That's the moral high ground.
Cardi B can get on TV and do that,
Right.
but Mr. Potato Head has to be unisex.
Yeah. And they got
Now,
rid
by the
of
way, you can't call it Mr. Potato Head anymore.
it's Potato Head.
No, it's the or they.
It's not. It's they.
It goes by they or something.
Oh, so
They,
Potato
Potato
Head
Head.
has pronouns now?
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
This is well over my pay grade.
What about Quaker Oats? I mean, Aunt Jemima. All these things are gone.
Aunt Jemima's out of business. Like literally, she's no job now.
Gone. Is she part of the job?
By the way, Saturday Night Live did the most funny thing where they had all the characters and and by the way, my friends that are African American pointed out to one of my friends. He said to me, all the things in the grocery store are now a bunch of white people again.
Yeah.
Like you took all the African American characters that were on these programs, Uncle Ben's.
Yep.
They're all gone, and everyone's white again. He's like, we got the opposite.
It's crazy.
Maybe we should put Beyonce on like a bottle of syrup or something.
It's just crazy, man.
I mean, I don't know what you do here. What's offensive? I can't figure out what's offensive and what's not. I mean, if you're African American, you can get on TV and do this thing on the Grammys, but if you're Mr. Potato Head, you're out.
Yeah, you're gone.
I'm being serious. I cannot figure out what is offensive anymore? I don't even know what to say. I'm nervous every day on this program. I'm going to say something wrong. Mr. Potato Head or WAP, is that what it is?
WAP.
Yeah, whatever, man. Okay, whatever. I'm done with that.
Anyway,
Soapbox.
Candice Owens, there was a pretty good battle on Twitter between the two.
Wait, I want to see if I can see that. Hold on a second.
Yeah, see, there's the video.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It
Really? I mean, they can do that, and
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head and Dr. Seuss is offensive?
So, yeah.
Come on, Oprah Winfrey. Help us out.
Listen, I know that they can do that. They can talk about WAP, but the last president said something, grab him, you know what.
Yeah.
That was...
They wanted to hang him.
Oh, he was done.
He's hanging.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, it's
Come on,
just
all you Patriot fans. What's going on here? I don't get this.
the culture war is in full swing. Let's just leave it
It's
at that.
completely out of control.
The culture war is...
Cancel culture.
Yeah, that and the war for just, like, our kids and what they believe and how they're raised and what influences them.
It's all messed up.
All that stuff.
Hey, do you think that they'll sell an NFT of that performance? Whoa, wasn't that smart?
Wow.
That's-
That was incredible.
Let's do an NFT there, right? I think that's great.
Wow.
Hey, we appreciate if you subscribe to the show on YouTube.
So,
Hey, that's how we make our living, right?
we got about 10 minutes left, and I feel like we haven't gotten into anything really exciting in what's going on in the world.
I don't know why. Sometimes the show is long, some days it's short. Why don't you give us the political news here? We're going to spend the
Hey.
last 10 minutes talking political stuff.
You kind of want to hear what happened in Anchorage, Alaska?
You tell me all about this weird thing.
So the USA and Chinese delegates, they met up in Anchorage. It was a nice, balmy minus 22 degrees. So the Chinese delegates were pretty upset because they were, Anchorage, Alaska was freezing. But they reminded them that it was about the halfway point between Washington and Beijing. But apparently, obviously, human rights, that came into play, with the Uyghurs, the Muslim Uyghurs, and then the Hong Kong and Taiwan. So, the U.S. delegates, part of the Biden administration, said, hey, you know what? Your human rights are abysmal, blah, blah, blah. You've always been like this. You need to fix that. And the Chinese came back in, with the translation from Mandarin, basically saying, hey, you guys should look at your human rights situation. You have, kids on the border. They're in cages. They've been like that for a while, for the last 3 administrations. And then also you have Black Lives Matter. They're protesting because of your human rights situation. So I just kind of found that to be pretty entertaining because, sometimes people in America stand on that holy, that moral high ground. And, China, actually, what they do is abysmal. I'm not condoning any of that. But sometimes you just have to do some self-reflection and look in the mirror and make sure that you're not casting those stones at glass houses because you can be held accountable just as easy. So that was just the human rights thing.
Hey, Jeff, or Dennis, thanks for joining the show. Jeff D. sent me, love the show. Great. Wonderful. Let's get these people out some merch, man. We need more merch, Josh. Come on, let's go, buddy. Let's go.
So in the media, Bongino, Dan Bongino, former Secret Service agent for Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama. Bongino. Yeah, Bongino.
It sounds like a pasta.
He's
I drink Bongino.
patriotic Floridian. He's fighting through some cancer issues.
That's right.
He's going to take Rush Limbaugh's 3-hour slot on the Westward.
Really? I didn't know he was a radio guy.
Yeah.
Tells you what I know.
He's got a really good podcast.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually was.
So he's going to be on the Patriot Network then too?
Yeah, he will be.
Wow.
Yep.
So he's joining. Bongino's joining us.
Yes.
Ha!
Yeah. Nice.
How about that?
May 24th.
Bongino's joining the Patriot Network. We're already on here, Bongino. Where you been?
Yeah. So, shout out to Mr. Bongino.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
A great patriot.
That's great for sure.
So yeah, that was something that was interesting. Obviously, we know what's going on at the border. The border.
What's
crisis.
going on with the border?
Well, the coyotes are just sending over. They're trafficking children.
It's a lot of people.
It's a
right?
problem.
It's pretty bad. Even CNN is like giving in to the idea that something's wrong there.
So what
But
happened?
of course, I heard a Democratic congressman saying we inherited this problem from Trump. That is such. You're
tough, dude.
rewriting history.
That's
He
ridiculous.
complained about this every day.
That's unbelievable.
And that's such unbelievable nonsense.
It was the Obama and Biden administration that actually built those cages for kids. Now, they're not even cages. They're just little centers where they segregate the kids from what would be possible human traffickers, because sometimes kids come across the border with adults and you can't prove that that's their family members.
Yeah, people forget this, is that sometimes you've seen the shows. I don't know how true it is, but you've seen the shows where the girl is traveling with a man. He
Yeah.
claims this is their dad, but the girl passes a note that I'm really a kidnapper
Right.
or whatever else. It's a tough spot to be in.
It is.
Yeah.
But what happened was
The question is, can you count how many? Okay, I'm just going to go into the
No, go
gumball
ahead, go
thing,
ahead.
but there's a lot of people down there. I know
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
All right. So anyway,
I shouldn't belittle it with gumballs.
no. Representative Maria Salazar. She's a Republican. She's from Florida, and she said the migrant surge is boosting the smuggling of children to forced labor and sexual exploitation, converting the border into a huge market for child sex traffickers. That's what she said. And also, former NFL player Burgess Owens, okay? He is now a representative in the Republican Party for Utah. He won the most recent election during the midterms. He said that 30% of women, I don't know where he gets this number, like you said, gumballs, 30% of women and girls are raped coming across the border. That's what Burgess
I saw
said.
a show where a large percentage of them appear to be where they travel with the coyotes and then
Yeah.
they end up getting raped. It's really sad.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
So that goes back to the humanitarian crisis. You know, we're accusing people in China for this, across the world. We have a big issue on our border.
We do, for sure.
So it doesn't matter what political party you're in. We have a huge issue. So we need to work together to solve that.
Right.
So
Anything else?
yeah, I wanted to talk about Ford.
Oh, I know where this is going. They're
Well-
moving a plant, right?
Yeah,
Mexico?
it's about $1 billion investment.
900 million.
America first, now America last. So the UAW, United Auto Workers, they slammed Ford recently for moving their plant from Ohio to Mexico. So do you think that would have happened if Trump?
I just
won
want to hear this for
re-election?
sure.
Yeah.
That's actually really happening.
Yes.
So Trump's out of office and suddenly now there's an announcement that Ford's moving to Mexico.
I don't know about the timing, but that's literally what happened.
And this is not, you're sure of this news?
Yes, I'm sure of this news.
Oh, literally, that almost makes. Where's Biden's got to say something? Really, we're now. If this was Trump, what would he be saying? Well, you're not leaving.
You're not leaving,
dude. What are you doing?
Yeah. No, we're gonna tariff the hell out of Mexico or something like that on auto industry.
So Ford's building a plant or moving a plant from Ohio
Yes.
to Mexico.
Yes, and then of course the General Motors plant was in Ohio, also Lordstown. Now that was taken over by RIDE,
Right.
Lordstown Motors, and they're in a little bit of trouble right
Ooh,
now.
they got a problem. SEC investigation.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Kind of some orders they thought we didn't really say they were orders, but maybe they said they were orders.
very,
No one's
very-
judging here. This is alleged, but the
Yeah.
stock's down pretty hard.
Yeah, the stock's down.
And then someone ordered from like an apartment building, maybe like 700 million worth of trucks, right?
Yeah, Hindenburg Research, they did a short thesis. They said, hey, listen, this is looking kind of funny because we tracked the alleged company that put in the $700 million order for trucks, and it's an apartment in Texas, and they don't do anything.
But maybe they have all their money in Bitcoin.
It's possible.
They could be in an apartment in Texas, money in Bitcoin.
Yeah, $700 million worth.
That's a sarcasm for you.
Yeah, so...
Hey, unfortunately, we only have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, so
Let's
we got to
talk
get through what you got.
A couple things about the economy reopening. So it looks like the TSA came out. The screeners at the TSA, they said, hey, we screened... this goes back to your gumballs.
Mm-hmm.
We screened 1.4 million gumballs. Oh, humans, obviously.
Humans, right.
Travelers in a single day.
What day was that? Do you know?
That was on March 18th, yesterday.
Yesterday,
Okay?
1.4 million.
So in the past 8 days, the aggregate was only 1 million.
The air travel is back.
Yes.
Coming back with a vengeance.
Boeing.
We're longboeing.
Yeah.
Wow.
See how it all ties
All
together?
right, ties together.
So...
I kind of like this program.
yeah, absolutely.
It makes me think about what I'm doing, actually.
What about a couple other things? So remember we talked on the wrap up, we talked about there was a possibility of legislators trying to hold gun manufacturers accountable on frivolous lawsuits. So let's say you defend yourself.
Sure.
And, something comes out of it and there's like, oh, we should probably sue Ruger for that. Because, Todd had the gun, but Ruger built the gun. So maybe we should sue them. Well, Iowa right now, the House representatives are writing a bill to counteract that potential legislation that would not hold gun makers accountable for the crimes that gun owners commit.
You can't hold people. Why don't we say to all the car companies,
Yeah,
if you
Mercedes.
drive the car,
Right.
and they drive it and they kill somebody, now you're liable.
Now, wait a minute.
That makes no sense.
What about Tesla and autonomous?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so
Autonomous
that's-
driving. Let's hold them liable.
So,
The couch manufacturer, if they make a couch that this makes
it's crazy.
You can go out of control.
the
with
slippery
it.
slope.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just wanted to touch about anything else you got for us?
I'm a little bummed, man. It's only 3 minutes left.
Well, there's more stuff.
Hey,
we can
for
talk
those of
about.
you, it's Sunday for you. I hope you're having a great Sunday. It's Friday for us. We love that you're on the radio program.
Yep.
We're hoping to expand it, actually.
We're hoping to give away some money to those folks that filled out the brackets. I'm going to be enjoying some games over the weekend.
What if the radio program we were on every day, Monday through Friday?
I would have some more political stuff.
Would you?
Would you be okay with that?
Probably would be.
I would try to bring a fair and balanced, I don't want to use their term, but, I'd try to bring both sides to the table.
Exactly.
Like I did with the border. I mean, a lot of times people don't really bring in all the information. So I'm trying to gather the information from various sources. So
Hey, special thanks to Jeff this week. Jeff was a man from my past who I tried to buy WSI Industries, met him that way. It was great to see him on the show. He's been chatting on YouTube, just referring us some friends.
Yeah.
You and Andrea traveled to California for the first time to do the show. That's great.
There was snow in the mountains. I was so stoked.
I
It
bet.
was so nice, man.
Nick and Brett, Brett's the director.
Yep.
The assistant director is Nick. They traveled from Nevada to be here.
We should give them. We need to do something for them. They look at all this stuff around.
What do you mean? We cooked them dinner last night.
That's true, but how about a cocktail?
Oh yeah, for sure. Right after the show.
Fair enough.
Appreciate the travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was great.
Yeah,
we had a good week. We ended on a good note.
Yep.
What I hope we're looking for gunbroker.com to be acquired by POW, hoping for it.
We are
Looking for that to happen.
We're
What do you got for next week on Monday?
Next week, I want to see if anything happens with silver and gold. It's
not moving.
I know. It's crazy. The formula makes sense where it should move. But is Bitcoin and crypto stealing all of its thunder?
Maybe.
As a safe haven?
Hey, it's March Madness.
Yep.
Those brackets are live. We love March Madness. Exciting. Everything in life has risk. What does risk on mean to you? I don't know. But leave comments in the YouTube channel. We'd like to talk about risk on. We talk about poker here. We talk about, I used to fly planes.
Lifestyle, yeah. Anything.
Yeah, I used to fly planes, believe it or
I
not.
know.
Since I was 13.
That's crazy.
Not very well, by the way.
No,
That's why I'm not a pilot today. Hey, you can't be overweight. Are we going to wrap up soon here?
But you mitigated some
Brett's
risk.
telling us we're going to have to
we gotta
wrap
wrap
up.
it up? Okay.
What?
No, you mitigated some risk today with the Moderna.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I got my vaccine. It was no big deal. It was I didn't even feel it. Special thanks to Bridget at Kaiser for doing that vaccine today. We'll see you Monday.
Yes.
Those of you on the radio, thank you so much for being here. It's the 19th of March, the 34th episode from Jason and I, Brett, Josh, Skyla, Nick. Crypto Joe's in the house.
Christy and Andrea,
We love you guys. Take care.
Thank you.